Hi, as you probably know, with the current global economic crisis, there have been shortages in food, water, and almost every other type of resource, including housing. As a result, cities all around the world have been experiencing extreme rises in housing costs, further destroying the reality behind the American dream. The obscene rise in the cost of living is nothing new, especially in my home city of Vancouver, which often ranks as having one of the most expensive housing markets in the world. Using the following chart, which was published by the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, we are able to track the rise in housing throughout the last few decades. Starting back in the good old days, the 70s, when the average detached home in Greater Vancouver sold for around 90,000 Canadian dollars, eventually rising by almost double following the 1980 financial crisis. The market only picked up steam from there, surpassing $1 million in the 2010s to an astonishing near $1.8 million today. Vancouver is doing a pretty good job at keeping out anyone who doesn't make at least $152,000 a year, unless they want to rent or buy a 500 square foot box. But even rent is going up, making it even harder for anyone to live in Vancouver. Now, what's behind the ridiculous housing market of Vancouver? Well, it's definitely not the homes themselves, but instead the land that they sit on. I mean, look at what almost $2 million gets you. That's not the best. Land is becoming more and more of a scarce resource, especially in a city like Vancouver, where there's just simply nowhere else to build. So this has resulted in local governments subdividing and zoning more neighborhoods for multi-family dwellings. I happen to live in one of these newly developed neighborhoods where you can clearly see the impact of densification. While these changes have definitely made a positive impact, making a safer and better connected community, housing is still really expensive. Although the average price of a new multi-dwelling unit is almost half the price of some neighboring detached homes, we're still looking at a minimum of $1 million for anything over 900 square feet. That's ridiculous. Now, densification definitely works, but I don't know how sustainable something like this would be in a city like Vancouver. I mean, we can only build so tall and make homes so small. So, what's the next step? Well, I'm not an expert, but let's find out. Oh yeah,